Hello Aries, welcome to your reading. Today is the 18th of June 2025. It is Wednesday today, you guys. Let's see what the basis of your reading is about first, okay? So let's just see what the common theme is with this reading. Give me messages for Aries. What is it they need to know at the time of this reading? Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and reverse the roles, whatever makes sense from your perspective, okay? Cross watchers for Aries, welcome here. And Aries, of course, welcome. And if you're new, welcome here. I'm Rachel. And consider subscribing and liking and all that good stuff and hitting the notification bell. And if you're returning, welcome back, Aries. Welcome back. So what is the theme? What is the main message of this reading before we begin? Spirit, this one wants to come out. Something about waiting here. The Hangman is Pisces energy. Some of you could have strong Pisces placements. But there's something about waiting and looking at something differently here. It could be about self-sacrificing for something. And there's death on the bottom of the deck. But anyway, so here we have the Hangman. Let's just see what this energy is all about. Let's go in with your tarot. Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to know at the time of this reading? What is it that Aries needs to know at the time of this reading? Okay. One more cut. Give me messages for Aries. What is it they need to know, spirits? What does Aries need to know? You've got the Hermit, Virgo energy. It's like you're hanging around in the present energy, or maybe in the recent past. You're kind of withdrawing, trying to get some answers to something. And whatever these answers are, Aries, it's like you're trying to use some kind of different approach, look at things from a different perspective to get the answers that you're looking for here. Tell me more for Aries. I've got Judgment, Scorpio energy, two major arcanas. There's something about passing judgment on a situation or a person and then going away and thinking about this, or withdrawing. There is something about making a decision here. And it could be to do with whether to raise a situation back, bring a situation back from the past, bringing something back to life. Whatever this could be. Give me more messages for Aries. What is it they need to know, spirits? What does Aries need to know? We've got the Three of Wands. There's more waiting energy here. There's something about waiting. I feel like there's somebody that you could be waiting on to make a decision. And it's like, whatever this is, it could be something about distance as well. You could be waiting to hear from somebody, hanging around, trying to make use of your time while you're waiting. You're waiting for something to happen, a decision. Or somebody could be waiting on you to make a decision in the recent past. All right. Tell me more about this energy for Aries. What's going on in the present for them? And Six of Wands. It looks like there's going to be some success, something that you're waiting on. For some of you, this could be a legal situation with Judgment. It could be that you're waiting for some kind of outcome. If that's the case, there is movement here forward towards success. There's something about you crossing some kind of finishing line, having some victory. There's something else just turned over here. Or maybe it went back. Maybe it went back. Okay. Tell me about the center of the reading for Aries. The Five of Cups. There's some kind of hardships here. But whatever these are, there is something about being victorious, like having some kind of success here. But I feel like this could be somebody else's energy. There's someone that's having some, I don't know, financial hardships or just not doing very good in general. Feeling left out of a situation. You could be moving towards success and somebody's feeling left out. This could, of course, be your energy. Take it as it resonates. You've got Temperance. There's patience. There's a lot of waiting and patience. Waiting to hear some news, I feel, with the Three of Wands. Or waiting for somebody to come to you or you to go to them. What is in the near future? You've got the Ten of Pentacles. So there's something about a commitment here, marriage or a financial situation. And the Nine of Swords. The Thing of Nightmares here. We've got nightmares, worry, anxiety, negative thinking at night. There's going to be some kind of worry, I feel, over a connection or over money, but I feel like it's more to do with a marriage here, a living situation. There's something that could be causing you some kind of distress, and then there's a decision. So it could be about a decision or trying to ignore. You know, you've got this energy of somebody, they don't want to hear anything. They're blocking their ears to something negative that they don't want to hear. They're trying to remain in denial. They're overlooking a decision or ignoring a decision that they know they have to make. Of course, this could be your energy here, but there is something about being in denial about something. The World, a closed cycle, Capricorn energy, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, there's a walking away. There's a leaving a situation. Okay. Three of Cups. And the Tower. There's going to be something very unexpected here, Aries. Like very unexpected. Something shocking. There's something about a get-together, a gathering, a reunion of some kind, of reconciliation, something that may shock you here. You've got the High Priestess. There's been some kind of silence. There's been something you've been waiting for, something very patient. You've been very patient, waiting. Feeling kind of left out here, feeling some kind of difficulties or hardships, and then there's somebody that's trying to ignore something here. They don't want to hear it. We've got more of this putting their hands over their ears. It's like they don't want to hear something that, or you don't want to hear something that someone's trying to tell you. You're choosing to withdraw. You're choosing to not listen to what someone has to say here, but we're going to go in and clarify. So the King of Pentacles, got earth sign energy here. And there's something about making an offer here. Looks like an offer, but you're ignoring them. I feel like you're either keeping something secret or you're not communicating, or they're not communicating, but there's going to be something shocking here. So let's just go in and get more messages. Tell me about the Hermit. What is the Hermit for Aries? Five of Wands. I'm over here actually. So there's something that you're dealing with in the recent past, some kind of conflict or drama, but I see you moving away from this. It's like you're withdrawing away from this. You don't want to get involved in whatever the drama is, whatever the conflict may be. The King of Swords. Yeah, you're making a decision. You're being very, you're using discernment here. You're using logic. You're making a decision, going in with logic, going in with your mind, and deciding to withdraw from whatever this is. Tell me more about the Hermit. The Chariot. Yeah, you're moving away fast. I feel like there's something that got out of control in the recent past. Cancer energy. The King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but there's something about you making a decision not to get caught up in somebody's drama here. It's like whatever this is, you feel like this is nothing to do with you. I don't want any part of this. So this could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a lover, relationship. You've got the Hangman. The Hangman again, Pisces energy. So there, with Judgment, you've got the Hangman. So there's something about waiting for someone's, I feel like someone's waiting for you to make a decision here. Tell me more about the Hangman. And it could be a legal situation as well, but it's like while there's something's going on, while there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of busy energy here, there's a lot of people involved. While you're waiting for some kind of decision or outcome, you're definitely withdrawing. You've got the Fool here, Aries energy. Tell me more about this Judgment with the Fool and the Hangman. What is this? So there's something that you could be doing, something that you have made a decision to do, something you've been waiting for, and I feel like it's like the time is up. No more hanging around. You've made a decision. I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm not sacrificing for this. I'm going into some kind of new beginning here. There's something that you're leaping towards. And I feel like whatever this is, Aries, in the recent past, you kept it secret. You kept this to yourself. Something new, something that you were excited to get going with. And it could be something to do with your stability here. It could be another relationship. But there's something that didn't work out with the Ten of Swords. There was a lot of pain here. Being left for dead, a betrayal. And this is somebody that was supposed to be on the same page as you. So I feel like there's someone here that made a decision in the recent past to reach out with the Two of Wands. They may have left you in a crossroads here, but I do feel like there's someone here that betrayed you and they're coming towards you with an offer. They want to present you with an offer, the Lovers. So there was something about being at a crossroads, a choice. So you could have been the one, yeah, you moved on from a situation that was unfair. It's like there's a person in your energy in the recent past that wanted to win at all costs. They didn't care how. But I feel like you had a decision to make about maybe two people. So there could be competition. And it's like you needed to withdraw to get some kind of answers here. So what is the Three of Wands? So there's a waiting here. There's a waiting for a message or someone to come towards you, or they're waiting for you in the recent past. Tell me about the Three of Wands. What is the Three of Wands for Aries? The Seven of Pentacles. So there was definitely some kind of a pause about wondering whether you should continue with something here. So someone's waiting to hear whether you want to continue building on something that you had in the past with them. Six of Swords, but I feel like you were already at the point where you'd moved on. But I feel like this person wanted to go wherever you were going, but you've moved on. Justice in reverse. So there's somebody here that feels an unfair situation. Things haven't always been well balanced. It wasn't a fair situation, but it's like you've already moved on. Think this person wasn't very fair to you, but I feel like now that you've moved on and you're deciding maybe not to work on something, you're turning your back on this work, you know, putting the energy back in. You're not willing to work on this anymore, and they feel like this is an injustice. They feel this is unfair. So you've got Libra energy there with Justice. You've got the Queen of Cups here and the King of Cups. So this is a connection that's supposed to have been a soulmate connection, a counterpart, divine counterpart energy, Nine of Pentacles. But now there's this kind of single energy here where you are just giving to yourself. You're giving love to yourself, investing in yourself. Yeah, being in control. The Emperor, there you are. Page of Wands. There may be some good news. Something about your finances. So we got the Six of Wands. There's something that you're doing, that you're creating some kind of success here. It's like whatever the battle is, you've left the battle, you've won, you're coming home with your victory. After all the sacrifice. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach, you guys. What is the Six of Wands for Aries? What is the Six of Wands? What is the Six of Wands for Aries? The Sun. There's something that's making you very happy in the present moment. It's like the sacrifice is up. No more sacrificing, no more battles, no more conflict. A ruling, a decision has been made and you're moving forwards with it. And there's something about the Sun here, Leo energy, that you're very happy right now. You're very happy with your victory, whatever's going really well for you. Tell me more about the Sun with the Six of Wands. Yeah, there's money. There's, great success. Money. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Aries. That's you. Holding that bitch-ass pentacle. Look at the size of that. Carumbus. Wow. So yeah, there's something about you having success, money, finances coming in. And if there was anything to do with an unfair situation, a court ruling, a hearing, looks like you're going to be the victor here, but somebody is not. There's an energy with the Five of Cups. Sorry, yeah. Oh, itchy nose. The Five of Cups. Somebody's feeling, somebody's regretting something here. They're going through some kind of difficult times. They're emotionally difficult times. The Magician. I feel like there's something that you regret from the past here, working on something. All the time you wasted, all the energy, when you feel like you should have been working on something else. But either way, there's still success here. But there's something about trying to make something happen. The Magician. What is the Magician? I feel like you're dealing with somebody that could have been emotionally manipulative. The Four of Wands. Yeah. So somebody's trying to make something happen. They're feeling regret about... The Four of Wands is a celebration, though. There's somebody feeling kind of excluded from some kind of celebration, your success. But they're trying to make something happen. So this is over. So they tried to make something happen with you, but I feel like your decision was pretty clear. Something's definitely over. Whether this is a living situation, a marriage. Hi, kitty. Something like that. This is over. But there's something about them wanting to transform. They could be wanting a rebirth here. There's somebody, yeah, I feel like you regret trying to make this happen, even though you felt like this was going to go well, this was going to be your happy ever after, it ended. So there is regret, but I feel like the regret is more about you wasting your time and putting the work into something that, yeah, this is a past connection with the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something about somebody coming back around, but I feel like you're in control now of your own destiny, Aries. You're taking control. So Temperance is about patience here and balance. There's something... Tell me about patience, Sagittarius energy. What is patience? Page of Pentacles. So there's something that you could be getting involved in that's new. There's an offer. There's something about planting a seed. 8 of Pentacles fell in reverse, but something that didn't work before. There's something that you may be trying again, or someone wants to try again. This could be somebody that didn't put the work in before. They may want to make you an offer here, or this could be something about a project where you're about, you know, there's something that's very close to your heart, something that you're doing or planning to do. You're really wanting to have patience with it this time. It may be a situation that you weren't patient with, but you're holding this pentacle, this seed, this idea, this thought close to your heart. Like you're guarding it for dear life here. And it's like, okay, things didn't work out before, but I have faith. There's something about having faith and patience this time. Maybe that's what was needed to get this going, was just patience and waiting, and maybe mixing. There's something about working with somebody, making something work, mixing ideas, blending something. Blending ideas and thoughts, but there is something about a new beginning here, an offer. Oh, talking of cats, there's mine just now. Okay, you guys, cat is fed. Queen of Wands, this is your energy here. Queen of Wands, so there's something about you having some passion for something that you're about to do here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, 10 of Swords, something that caused pain in the past, Ace of Wands, something that you were excited about that came to a bitter ending here, but you're still sitting in this energy of being in control, taking charge of your destiny. You're a very warm and passionate person, very friendly and kind here with that Queen of Wands. So there is something that's close to your heart, or someone that's close to your heart, and I feel like you're treasuring something here that you're holding on to, and it involves being patient. All right, so tell me about the 10 of Pentacles. What is the 10 of Pentacles for Aries in the near future? What is the 10 of Pentacles? I do see this energy of somebody wanting a chance. They're making you an offer, but things came crashing down before. Could be an earth sign or a Sagittarius. You've got the Ace of Swords. So there is something about communication here, a breakthrough, an idea. It's like you're holding the sword, you're holding this idea, this thought. When it comes to this 10 of Pentacles, but what is the 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords? there's some crossroads here. So there's something about a decision about whether to commit here. 5 of Swords. It's like you're taking these ideas, you're taking these swords away from somebody, and somebody's feeling vulnerable here. It's like everything is about whatever your decision is in the near future here, but I do see something about an idea about this marriage or relationship, this commitment. It's like you're taking control. You're not getting involved in any conflict. You're taking somebody's swords away from them. You're taking... Things are going to be on your terms. I feel like there's something about you being in control and things being on your terms, and this is what the communication is. This is what the Ace of Swords is all about. And it's like you're giving this person a choice of whether to come forwards, whether to move towards this. There's somebody that's behind here, and it looks like the Hierophant here. And it involves being at a crossroads over this. So there's something about being at a crossroads over whether to work on this or not. Ow! Okay. So somebody is thinking that they know the answer to something, and the other one is thinking this too. This is why there's a crossroads, I feel. There's conflict over who's right, who knows how to deal with a situation, with a relationship. But I see that in the near future, when it comes to working on this connection, something that didn't work before, somebody wants you to be patient. I feel like you have been patient. I mean, this could be a family member, it could be a lover, but there's something about this is why there's a crossroads. It's like you and someone here, Aries, it's like you're just not going to see eye to eye. There's always going to be some kind of conflict, somebody feeling like they are the victim or vulnerable. You know, each one of you feels like you are in this situation and the other one's being unfair. So, yeah. King of Wands. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. So this is causing a lot of stress, sleepless nights, restless energy. Nightmares even. What is the Nine of Swords? What is the Nine of Swords in the near future for Aries? Yeah. Seven of Wands. So there's always this kind of having to stand your ground, having to defend yourself, defend your opinions, like, you know, stand firm in your beliefs. But there is this crossroads of, okay, do we fight for this? Do we just, is this how it's supposed to be? You know, do we fight for this for love's sake? Or do we just, do I keep this person away? You know, do I avoid them? Do I block them, avoid them, stand my ground? Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. With the Nine of Swords, there's a lot of trouble and conflict and strife and just anxiety here. God, like, you know. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands with the Nine of Swords. The Six of Cups. There is a past here. There is a looking back to the past with this person. It could be that you've been in this friendship or whatever this is for a long time. Looking back to how things used to be, and somebody wants to fight for this because of the past memories. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, somebody is definitely wanting to return here in the near future. So somebody's showing up, someone from the past, somebody that wants to fight for this connection. And this is causing, you know, this person's been going through a lot of anxiety or about this connection. So they want to fight for this. There's a very kind of like busy energy going on with this person. Knight of Wands, fire sign. There could be another fire sign. They're coming in with a love offer. Somebody that may want commitment. Taurus energy. Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's somebody that you may have been in a commitment with before, or they want commitment now, or in the near future, should I say, depending on your timeline. So what is the Two of Swords? So this is like, I don't want to hear it. I'm choosing to ignore you. I can't decide because you were inconsistent with me before. You had no rules. You went off and lived your life the way you wanted to live it. So I feel like this is somebody that lived kind of single energy. Yeah, single energy. So with the Nine of Cups, this is a very single kind of energy. This is something about a wish fulfillment here, but there's something that they're hiding. And usually there's somebody sitting and they've got all these cups in a row behind them, but there's a curtain. There's something that they're veiling. And sometimes this is, they're hiding some part of their nature here. They may have a wish fulfillment, but there's something else. There's somebody else that wants to be involved or was involved. But I feel like there's someone that may see you and they're coming in with an offer, but you don't see this, but this person has a wish fulfillment to be with you. But I feel like you are trying to ignore this. It's like you can't decide, so therefore I'm not going to decide. I'm going to ignore you. Tell me more about the Nine of Cups with the Two of Swords. The Nine of Cups with the Two of Swords. So this could also be somebody that you thought was a wish fulfillment at one time. But now your focus is on yourself. The Emperor, yeah, you're very in control. Your focus is on yourself. There's someone here that there could be a father, there could be a parent, someone in a position of authority, but I feel like this is your energy here, Knight of Cups. There's another offer and then news coming in. So there looks like there's somebody else's energy here. Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. Somebody that could be young. Water sign, fire sign. I'm getting a fire sign here. There's somebody that is definitely moving towards you. Tell me more about this Emperor. Aries energy. Tell me more about the Emperor. Yeah, this is a past person. There's something about you being in control of your own destiny and ignoring somebody here because something was unfair, something ended for a reason. Somebody asked you to be patient. I feel like you wanted to be patient with this person because there's something about taking this seed, this thought, this idea and going with it again, like planting it again, but then thinking a bit more about this, being at a crossroads over it and deciding not to, because I feel like your memories of this person, of how they treated you in the past, and I feel like you're like, no, I'm just going to ignore this. I'm in control of my future here. But I do see money looking really good for you. So let's just see what's on the bottom of the deck here, Aries. It's like you'd already moved on in the recent past. So I feel like there's something of an offer coming from somebody in the near future, this person showing up again. So what is the world? The world is you closing a cycle. You've already learned the lesson, and you choose to emotionally detach or physically walk away, or both, because you have already emotionally detached. This was not your 10 of Cups. You're going off in search for the missing cups, for your true soulmate. Okay, so what is the world? And the 8 of Cups for Aries. What is the world? Tell me about the world for Aries. The 3 of Swords. Yep, heartbreak. You've closed off this cycle. You've learned your lesson. You've learned how this person hurt you, how they betrayed you. You're not going through this again. You're going to a new cycle, a new world. Yeah, you've already moved on. You've moved on from this heartbreak. 10 of Wands. There may be a burden about this, and still in this energy of not being able to sleep over this, but you have learned the lessons. You have, yeah, and this may be shocking, the Tower, but you have released this burden. I see you dropping this burden. You're freeing yourself. What is the 8 of Cups? Because here you are walking away. You're dropping the burden. You're leaving the past behind, all that baggage. What is the 8 of Cups for Aries? 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're avoiding this. You're standing your ground. You're walking away from this. I'm not fighting for this anymore. 5 of Cups. I regret wasting my time, my energy. I'm sad about this, but yeah, I'm not fighting for this anymore. So you're balancing out a decision here. Yeah, you're making a decision. You're going in with your head rather than your heart. You are the one that is setting the scales. I'm the one in charge of setting the balance here with the 2 of Pentacles. You're setting the scales right, how they should be. 4 of Wands. Okay, so let's just see what we get from the Kipper. Tell me more about this energy for Aries. What are the messages for Aries, please? Tell me about this reading for Aries. Something turned over, I think. Maybe it didn't. No, okay. Yeah, it did. Toil and labor. So this was hard work. I feel like your focus right now is on your work, something you're working on. And whatever you're doing with your work, you are the one that's standing out here. It's you that's getting noticed at work, or something you're working on, if this is by yourself. Expectation. So there's something that you are expecting, and it could be about work, or it could even be about this person. So you may have been expecting to hear from this person anyways. Male, Lovers. Yeah, something about a choice. But I feel like your choice was to choose yourself. You are this main person. You came out as the Emperor here. Yeah, so a message. Got Gemini energy here with the Lovers. So I feel like you already made your choice. Okay, Aries, that was your reading. Thanks for being here. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye for now.